Kids and cadets, back at you. I do have another new carburetor. I'm going to steal the spring off for the one that went boing on me. I can't find it. So we're working on a 2021 Toro GTS 150cc guaranteed to start. Deal was I'm doing a job for a customer. This thing would start and stall. We looked at the fuel, pretty contaminated. You can see all the darkness down there at the corner. I'm assuming that's water and debris. Had taken the carb off. We did a little sanding on the choke stem. It was dragging. It took me 30 minutes to try to figure out how to put the plastic wafer in. In the meantime, the spring had sprung and it's within 5 feet of where I'm standing. Just can't find it. I'm going to steal one off a new carb. We'll put all this thing back together. I just blew out the tank off camera. That's nice and clean. I'm going to separate the cartridge here, blast that out. Looks pretty good. The jets were not blocked. It was just a matter of watery, contaminated fuel. Allegiant's coming to town. That's who you hear in the background. Budget Airlines, they're capitalizing on all these secondary airports up north, bringing people to Sarasota and other Florida destinations. $49.99 one way. So if you're far from a large airport, look for Allegiant. They may service one near you. Push the cartridge into place. It only goes in one way. I had blasted out the bowl. Line up the jet with the divot in the bowl, because that's where the fuel's going to rest, in there, and then it's picked up into the jet. So the water, if you've got water in the fuel, it's going to go to the lowest spot. It's going to fill this cavity, and all you're going to get is water in the engine, because that jet's going to pick up whatever's in that little cavity. Okay. Trying to line up the bowl. I'm going to get some channel locks. I'm a little crooked here. I just want to pinch this tighter before I tighten it down. Give it some motivation. Hope you guys are doing well. You've been keeping me posted on your projects. Some of you are really ambitious. you're getting a lot of nice turds to fix. I just pushed it into place with my hands. Okay, grab the DeWalt. Still has the 7 on it, 7mm. Okay, so I'll bring you back up here. We'll put it all back together. I'm going to steal the spring off of the new machine, a new carburetor. Hopefully this one does not go airborne like the OEM one did. I'll keep my eye on it this time. Okay, so the choke's doing a lot better. It's not dragging. The spring is actually pulling it shut. So that's perfect. I'll put the throttle / governor linkage on, come up here, put the choke linkage on, slide this thing onto the intake tube like so. We got free movement here, free movement there. Okay, I'll put the tank on next. Oh, sorry, Clucky. I hit Clucky in the head. Hose clamp. Nice and breezy today. Okay, so now we're going to put the air filter backing plate on. So I still have my 7mm socket on the DeWalt. So this will be 60 bucks for the carb clean. It's a newer machine. I don't see any other maintenance that's needed. I'll look at the blade when I get it down on the ground. Maybe touch that up if it needs sharpening. Okay, all my linkages are still free and clear. Time for recoil. Looks like this Toro GTS has an extra piece here, wraps around the top of the tank. Normally it stops right there. So you spend extra money, you get this extra piece of plastic. That's how I see it. This thing could pass for a Craftsman or Troy built, whatever you want to call it, because all it is this sticker here and that sticker there. Say that it's a Toro. Change the bit to an 8. No, I had an 8 on it because I did the 2 outer sheet metals. So keep your 8. Since we're on a flat surface and I can reach it, let's look at the oil. Oil's not bad, slightly over the top hole. I'm going to leave that like it is. Let me just take a peek. Mr. Clucky and I are going to look at the blade. What do we got? Yeah, it's kind of flat. And the back side is sandblasted. The 3 fins on each end on the top side are kind of flattened out. So I'll remove that after this thing starts, hopefully, and sharpen it up for him. He didn't say anything about changing blades, so I'm just going to do the carb clean, get it going. Okay, so let me manhandle this thing down. I'll move it onto the concrete and try to start it. I got to do some rearranging here. I got some mowers I took in on trade that are behind me. I got to reposition a bunch of stuff so I can get at my table, my lift table, and start using that. Still soggy. It's going to be a week before this stuff starts evaporating or draining. Getting 16, 17 inches of rain all at once is just too much. Okay, so we got to fuel this. I got Wawa fuel here. So let me cut in front of you like a rude boy. Put a little bit in here. Call this guy. I'm 98% sure this thing's gonna start. Okay, that's about a quarter of a tank. When I was looking at the blade, I noticed the plastic cover that covers the belt had a bunch of holes in it. I wonder if that's part of this fake Vortex system. I don't know what that would do. Does it blow air from the bottom up? Or does it suck air down into the belt? I don't know why you'd want to have air going over the drive belt. You guys tell me. This has got kind of a wonky handle system up here. kind of curves into a flat bar here, and then this comes down. It's not straight all the way up. That's a little different. Okay, automatic choke. Let's pull on it. Started first pull. I'm not going to complain about that. Extremely happy. Just seems like it's a little twisted somehow. I'm just looking at the setup of the wheels. They all look to be in the correct position. I'm going to put it up a little bit more. Okay, that's the second notch back. Second notch here. Okay. Maybe it was just my imagination. Okay, so that worked out. 2021 Toro. The 21442, the serial number 410 151 193. Country of origin, Mexico. Toro Company, Bloomington, Minnesota. Call toll free 1-886. Toro does not care. 24-hour hotline. Okay, this was a two-parter just because I sprung the spring. So I'll have to look in my junk carbs and grab a used spring and put it on this new carburetor, so I'm ready to go for next time. But this was a quickie steal to get this one going. I got a bag full of carbs. We need to discuss something next time I'm doing these, what I've found on these plastic carburetors. Anyhow, you guys have a good day. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to keep the trend going. Clucky and I are going to grab another project. Try to get my inventory up to snuff. With all this moisture here on the grass, it's really going to go berserk. We're going to have sunny weather. This is just like liquid fertilizer here, all this moisture on the ground. It's going to grow. Anyway, you guys stay safe. Appreciate you checking out my channel. I just banged you in the head on the CRV mirror. Sorry about that. I'll throw something else at you. Mañana. Adios, amigos. Tip your waitress and wait staff. They deserve quality tips for half-ass service. No. They got to give you good service. Good service equals good tips. See you.